wear an expensive watch so other dudes with expensive watches will buy my shit. And I've never thought of that. I'm like, son of a bitch. So we fast forward a year, and I've got some watches and doing that shit. And it works exactly like... I don't know if he was joking or serious, but it has fucking worked exactly like that.
I know that to be a fact. 2004, I was making $28,000 a month. I had our two-tone Blueface Submariner, and I scratched it. It's soft, the gold soft, and I scratched it. So I went and bought another one that I never wore on principle. So it would be, because it fucked with my mind. I had a Cartier Tank Francais stainless, and I had a stainless Submariner with date. Anyway, I had leased a Ferrari, and I was in the Ferrari club, and I love awesome shit. Well, fast forward, no longer making, $300,000 a year. First, it's like, well, I'll get rid of one of my Rolexes, because that's immediately a few $1,000 right there. Well, you buy a Rolex brand new for $12,000, you're gonna get not even half that 90 days later. Okay. So all my watches are gone, and I'm telling my wife as I'm starting to get this YouTube channel going. It's inconsistent with my character, my nature, my disposition to not have a fucking Rolex Submariner, stainless with date. That's all I want. I don't need a Panerai. I don't need a... You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm out of uniform.
I do know what you mean.
And it's wrong.
I know. I do know what you mean.
I would say wrong like two boys fucking, but somebody get offended.
So, like, when you flew into town, Sherman worked on your teeth. You flew into town. We had dinner that night. We drove into Nashville to meet you guys. And you and Horton were standing outside talking about Panerais. And at that time, dude, I had no fucking idea I was lost.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone. I still don't look at my watch. I pull my phone out to see what time it is.
That's not the purpose of a watch.
Right. And that's the thing, man. I started saying that. The whole watch thing started again. Like, I had a bunch of Citizen Aquilin titaniums, fucking from back, like, dive lockers were issuing them and shit. So we had this dude working for me. He's like, man, what is with these motherfuckers and $3,000 watches? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm glad you said that. I forgot all about it. I want a watch. So I start looking at Rolexes, and there's no black and red Rolex. And I found this place called Blackout Concept. And I'm like, I want one of these black and red Rolex. But you got to buy a $10,000 watch, send it to Geneva, wait 6 months, void the warranty, and give them another $5,000 to fucking make your watch black and red. So now you've killed your resale value, nilled your warranty.
But that sounds so exciting.
That sounds like a fucking great idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's fucking get two of them motherfuckers.
All in.
Yeah. So then we go to Vegas, and like I hear like Jay-Z rapping about Hublot and fucking 50 Cent Hublot, and we were rocking around in Vegas. I'm like, Hublot, there's a Hublot store. Like, I've never seen him go in there. And I'm like, that's a nice one. How much is that watch, sir? $100,000. I'm like, all right, I'm in the wrong fucking store. And that's exactly what I said. I'm in the wrong fucking store. And I just walked out. Like, I'll never own one of those. So we start hustling a little bit. And we're in Atlanta, and there's a Hublot store. So we fucking walk in there, and I'm like, all right, I just don't belong here. But they were fucking cool to me. Very cool to me. Fast forward, we go back to Vegas, and we fucking walked in there and bought a Hublot and shot a video. And then we bought another Hublot next time and shot a video. And those dudes now, it's awesome because I'll put up a picture, and these fucking haters are like, oh, nice fake watch. And the dudes from Hublot Boutique Las Vegas will go, actually, that's not a fake watch. I sold it to them and put up a link to my fucking video. And a fucking 5 of our customers have gone in there and bought fucking Hublots from Hublot Boutique because we shot that video, and those dudes were cool enough to fucking spend the time with it. Even when I had fucking nothing and told them I will never afford one of these, those dudes took the time. And I fucking flew back to Las Vegas to buy that fucking watch from them because they were fucking cool. And networking, man, we've done business with fucking other customers we didn't know that were customers of theirs. And they fucking putting their Instagram pictures and being able to cross-promote on Facebook with Hublot Boutique in Las Vegas and Atlanta. And the fucking 3 dudes that work at Eli, remembers we were in Atlanta, and them 3 dudes at Hublot Boutique, they're all fucking knife fighters. They're all into guns. They're all fucking martial
Yeah.
arts dudes.
Well, that's the whole premise that
It's
I'm
all
going with.
cross marketing.
Yeah, I fucking hate guns. You know, went buds, Navy SEAL, contractor, killed people with guns. They saved my life. I don't know the names of the parts. I know how to make them work. I know how to use them. And so when I started to do a YouTube channel, everybody's like, review guns.
Everybody does.
Yeah, and I fucking hate talking about guns. I don't want to hear about a gun. I don't even like shooting a gun. I like training with the gun. Huge difference. And so I was thinking, what do I have in common with my brothers, my gun, my people, because they're my people. If you carry a gun, if you have enough nutsack to carry a gun or like guns, you should also like watches. You should like whiskey and pussy.
That's where I was going with the... Okay, so I had this dude working with us, and he's like, man, what's with these motherfuckers and these $3,000 watches? And I said, dude, if you got to ask that question, you don't understand
Right.
what it's for. It's just not there, dude. Or you're not mature enough, or you're not in a position in life right now where it makes sense to you. You will understand. I remember adults telling me, you have to mature, or you have to acquire a taste for it, or you don't understand it, but this someday you will be somewhere and it will snap in your head. You're like, that's what he meant. And that's the thing, man. It's just like, dude's like, what are those for? Dude, if you got to ask what that's fucking for, it's not for you.
Right.
Like, you're not there in life. You don't have the sense of humor. When you hear dudes talking about that dude, the fucking buddy fucker in the unit, or that guy in the class, or that one dude that shouldn't have been there, like, if you got to fucking pick that up and seriously ask what it's for, you're probably that guy. Like, that dude that you hear people talking about, it's you, motherfucker. And that's the deal, man.
Eli, could you join us?
I can join.
Could you first grab your moonshine?
Oh, shit.
All right.
This is about to go bad.
I gotta pee.
Mexican midget right there. Oh, that's a pimp belt. I really appreciate this, man.
Yeah, I just want to see you do something.
Dude, I'm so proud. So my phone rings, and your boy comes over to bring it to you. He's got such good manners. You guys are good
We
parents.
hit them hard.
We hit them hard when they were young.
Hey, Cody, could you grab a cup or something so I don't lip lock
Nah,
this?
you can go right out of here.
Okay, yeah, it is moonshine, isn't it? Will you check and make sure Eli's in frame, please?
Here's the thing with this. Like, this shit tastes so good.
You won't know you're getting.
You'll be fucked up before you
This is
realize
apple
it.
pie done. This is rye based, not a corn liquor. This is rye.
Do you know what's unnerving about you most?
What?
There are two things that unnerve me. Well, there are two kinds of people that truly unnerve me. Chinese and Chinese.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mine's cheap. It probably ran out of batteries.
This one's on.
Is Eli in frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chinese people and Jews with southern accents.
I'm gonna sit back now.
You know what I mean?
Is he still in frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Eli Miller's.
How many Jews do you know with a hog farm?
Oh my God. You're the worst Jew ever. You're bad at Jewing.
I'm bad at Jewing.
Don't go in
Just drink it, motherfucker. Keep it off my ceiling, though.
Is there alcohol in that?
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy thought the same thing, and I said, Tracy, I swear to you, it proofs out at 80.
So you know,
And he
Tracy
didn't believe
drank-
me. And Tracy's
Yeah.
the bourbon connoisseur.
He
You know,
runs straightbourbon.com.
does?
every type of pappy there is, everything.
Yeah.
Every bit of Colonel Taylor's, everything.
So we're
he's
at my
got.
birthday. We got 150, 200 people in there just a couple weeks ago. And Tracy's there. Tracy comes up and gives me a gift. Really fucking awesome, cool gift. And he's drinking this shit. He's like, okay, I gotta get home. Tracy comes back over and he goes, I told Eli there's no way this proofed out at 80, but I can't drive home now. I'm gonna have to be here for a little while.
Yeah.
It's out of 80.
We're talking about Tracy Hightower, good friend of ours, country fucker as it ever gets. Crazy as hell, great human being. He fucked up though. I love bourbon, I love whiskey, I love alcohol, and so does he. And he collects.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He
Hundreds
fucked up
of-
by letting you in his house.
Yeah,
I see
he
where it's going.
confused me for a collector. I am a drinker. So he done fucked up. Here's a fine whiskey and bourbon collector, invited me to his house to check it out, and I check shit out with my mouth, boy.
$2,000 bottles of Pappy, $5,000
he handed me a bottle and he goes, "What do you think of this?" And I took the cap off, took a big swig. I go, and his eyes were bit like cupcakes. And I'm like, "You gave Ben Thomas a bottle of whiskey and said, 'What do you think?' What the fuck was I gonna do?" You want some?
Yeah, you can have at it. We'll get some more, man. We got plenty.
How much do you make? Oh wait, that's where the law gets broken, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah, we stay
No,
within.
it's when you sell it.
Within the law, only personal consumption amounts
It's when
and
you
gifting
sell it.
purposes.
Define personal consumption.
Well, some of us drink more than others now, so.
This morning I was puking in James's kitchen sink because I got a little crazy with the wild turkey. I like wild turkey, but not as much as Jacob.
That's his favorite thing. That's like nipple water, that boy.
It's really
Nipple
good.
water.
He was raised on wild turkey.
Yeah.
So, we can't sell moonshine at the shop.
Right.
The new. We're putting a big.
It's not a
showroom.
liquor store.
We're putting a big ass showroom, glass fucking showroom, 40 by 60 on the new property. We cannot sell moonshine on the property, but we can give you as a gift SOE labeled moonshine or bourbon,
Right.
or whatever it is. So we're
Some people use it as promotional
promotional.
gifts.
That's
Right,
exactly what
exactly,
we're going to
exactly.
use it for. That's what we're looking at.
Holy fuck.
So we're gonna do an SOE label, and I'm in contact with the distillery though, official, and we can copyright this shit right now. We're gonna do a Warrior Water. It's gonna be
the name of it, Warrior Water.
It'll be one of SOE's brand labels as far as alcohols go, but we're looking at different Warriors waters. So
that was real alcohol.
I told you.
I'm not.
And it tastes good.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
So-
That's incredible.
Yeah, so original started like the rye when it comes out. Original proof's out at 114.
Could you say rye again?
Rye?
That's not how you said it.
Rye?
Where are you from?
Alabama.
I fucking hate Alabama.
We know.
We
We've
know
heard it
this,
a few
man.
times today.
Alabama and
I've heard this
Arkansas are
forever.
the worst places in America. So you're Jewish there. What was that like?
Well, I mean, I was a Jewish kid born with a rib bone in my mouth, like born wrapped in bacon. So I mean, it was good.
So you guys
Yeah.
don't follow the kashrut?
No, my family doesn't keep kosher as far as that. It's harder in certain places, especially Alabama. Like if you're in Birmingham, you could probably get away with it with keeping kosher and actually being able to eat and
Right.
not being that big around. But Sephardic Jews, my family's Mediterranean Jews, so Sephardic Jews.
Right.
Um,
As opposed to Ashkenazi.
oh yeah.
Which are the good looking ones? Like in Israel. You ever been to Israel?
I have not.
They're fucking great looking
Oh, I know.
people.
I know. I want to go. Yeah, I tried to go a couple years ago when I was on leave overseas, and Israeli embassy was all good with it, and it was U.S. State Department who shut me down
Huh.
at the time and stuff. So
Anti-Semites. Speaking of that, I was telling a Jewish joke, and this girl interrupted me, and she goes, "I'm Jewish," and I said, "I'm sorry, you don't look Jewish," and she keeps bitching, and I go, "Excuse me, I just gave you a fucking compliment." I'm kidding.
No, he's not. I'm joking. I'm just serious.
What's funny is I have been called on the internet everything, but one thing I get rather frequently is anti-Semite.
Mm-hmm.
I have my well, I don't know how you legally define it, but my first cousins are Jewish. Some by marriage, I have them on both sides actually. Some by marriage, and then one by some kind of Jewish law. Your mother's Jewish or something like that. I'm not an anti-Semite. I dislike how the diaspora, that's Jews not living in Israel, conduct themselves here when they go inside the polling office. 80% of the Jews in America voted for Barack Obama, and that didn't change in the second election. So here are these people who are so fucking good at everything, except for voting and recognizing a threat to their existence. Those are like the two things they dropped the ball on. And that's it. If you're an anti-Semite, you better not watches and cars and shit because that's what they're into.
Yeah.
Like,
But the thing with it, you say that about the voting as far as that goes.
why did you do that?
Well, here's the thing, though. Even under Democratic way, even though part of it has to do with redistribution of wealth and fairness and da-da-da-da and money for the poor, the whole thing is the rich would stay rich. There wasn't going to be any higher taxes. What do you say originally coming into office? I won't raise taxes. I won't raise taxes. Of course, he did it and everything, but that was a big part of it.
Hold on.
People thought that their entities, their holdings, everything was safe with it, and that's kind of why they lean that way.
Well, it's a bad call.
It is. It is. You don't have enough people that, you know... That,
Did you
that
vote for
look
Barack
at
Obama?
I did not.
Okay. What is your favorite whiskey?
My favorite whiskey. It's kind of a hard one.
Name 3 of them.
I like Noah's Mills. A
Never
lot.
had it.
E.H. Taylor, Colonel Taylor's stuff is good. The Boulay stuff, I like. Their rye, particularly.
Boulay?
Yeah. Or Bullet, as some people say. Bulliet.
That's how I say it. I didn't know. Are they French?
Well, I mean, it's a frontier bourbon, but there's a IET. So what part of bullet do you get out of that? That would be like Boulay.
This from a guy who says y'all.
I do.
That's a contraction that doesn't really exist.
He cleans up well. It depends
I
where
can't
we're
clean
at.
up. I've been
how he
doing
talks.
plumbing for like the past hour and a half out here fixing sinks and shit.
Yeah, as
Last time
Jews go,
hanging
you're a
with
total
Mike.
failure. You're not a doctor. You're not a lawyer. All of my cousins who are Jewish, all the adult ones, are attorneys. Every single
I got
one
a
of them.
family full of lawyers, family full of doctors and shit. I mean, just.
I like to bring in really qualified people and have them do shit that they fucking shouldn't be doing.
Right.
I had Jaeger built my fucking cutting tables out there. Those are the,
He's actually terrible with
He's
his
like, I charge $1,000 a day for a private class. I'm like, well, those are some nice fucking tables. Sherman's like, he's a pretty good wood butcher.
Now, you have a farm and you raise pigs.
Pigs.
Now, you're from the South, so you call them hogs, which sounds disgusting to someone like me.
It does as far as it goes. And I usually don't say that I raise hogs. I do raise pigs. Yorkshire, landrace, some Hampshire, and Durocs also. But I like the landrace particularly because they're a lot leaner pigs. They're a lot longer as far as it goes. So you got really nice long pork loins and stuff. And I free graze.
Certified organic.
As close as you can get with pigs down there. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, because that's a government label anyway.
It
at this
is.
point,
It
and it's
truly
not real.
is. So mine aren't. They're not sitting there in their own muck all the time. They free
They're
graze.
happy pigs.
They're extremely happy. I like to say cows that have
Right
cows,
up to the moment you
California.
kill the motherfucker.
Yeah, but I keep they stay lean, they stay happy. All the corn that they eat is from a local farm within 2.5 miles of my place, as far as that go. If not, it's actually corn that comes from my mom's family's land, where they raise cattle on and keep a couple hundred acres of corn.
So you make pigs for the rich people.
Yes, or people who
Whole
want
Foods and shit.
people
Whole
who want-
paycheck.
Well, individuals who want leaner
paycheck.
cuts of meat.
Ever
and stuff.
been there?
Yeah, I
But
love
if,
it.
But if you think about it, I'm actually cheaper, and it's cheaper going to somebody because when I sell my pigs, I sell at $2.50 on the pound on live weight, and I put them in with a processor that's only going to charge them 43 cents a pound. So you're at $2.93 to process, and that.
Does your processor give you a kickback?
No, I don't.
You need to work that. Every
I might
portion
get
of your
it-
business should be revenue stream.
I get a discount when he processes pigs
There
for
you
me
go.
and my family to process the cows.
There we go.
But if I send a pig over there, the person's gonna have $2.93 a pound in it, and that includes cutting to spec. If you want a 2-inch pork chop, bam, it's done that way. It's vacuum sealed, dated, packed, everything done. You got $2.93 a pound in it, and that includes your tenderloins. That includes everything. If you go to the grocery store right now and buy ham or buy pork chops or buy tenderloin, you're gonna be at $9-10 a pound.
So the only difficulty in doing business, getting your pork, is the distribution. I live in Florida. I can go to Publix, walk in there, get it. It's all
Right,
perfectly wrapped. and
you'd want to
stuff.
meet a local farmer to where you are,
Yeah.
as far as stuff goes.
We're putting pigs at the new property.
Yeah, I mean, pigs are good. I mean, to me, they're honestly easier than doing sheep or doing goats as far as it goes, raising them and stuff. A lot less maintenance, man. The one thing that pigs need, and people wouldn't realize this, is pigs drink like fish.
They take a lot of water.
Yeah, they do take on a lot
And
of water.
you when you're raising an animal for profit, you have to take into account how much water they consume.
I do.
Right.
As far
in
as
your
that
business
goes.
model.
Right, I know how many thousands of pounds of corn I go through each month with how many pigs I have, whatnot.
What kind of
and-
watch are you wearing?
Dude, I have the same $60 Casio that I've had for quite a few years now, beat up and piece of junk. But I mean, I don't
You
know.
have to remedy that. Like your first.
I need
good,
to. I intend
First
to.
good paycheck.
I intend to.
What,
That's
what,
something.
what watch do you aspire to?
Something I'd really like would be a Rolex Deep Sea.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I really like.
They have a new one with blue hands.
Which
the
there
Sea Dweller-
are none in Tennessee right now.
The Sea Dweller Deep Sea.
There are no
model.
fucking Deep Seas. There's one
No,
coming.
okay.
King's Jewelers, who sells Hublot, I called them up and said, I need 3 Rolex Deep Seas. And he said, I have 1 coming in. We talked to the people in Jackson, and she didn't even fucking know what she had. I was on hold for fucking... I'm like, lady, I'm going to buy 3 fucking watches.
Yeah.
We can remedy that Monday.
So...
You are.
Well, we can. I mean, I have a very good contact. You can talk the Jewish thing. I do have a cousin who owns a very fine
shopping malls.
jewelry store in Atlanta who is the personal jeweler to the Atlanta Falcons. Terrace Fine Jewelry. My cousin Eddie Hasten.
Right. Fuck,
And,
what is it with Jews and jewelry, too?
Man, the diamond
It's
trade, you
unbelievable.
know what it is, you know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah,
but,
I know. No, it is.
But he has a really nice shop there,
that movie?
and is a Rolex dealer and Omega and a few other things.
What's that movie where they go to...
Blood Diamond?
No. The good one. Antwerp. They always wind up in Antwerp.
Yeah. I don't know the movie other than...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If I was... Man, that shit works. That is good moonshine. That stuff tastes like really good apple juice.
Well,
like
so
a cider.
The thing with it is I have a good friend who actually owns a apple orchard, and when I get juice to do my cut down with it, I get it unfiltered apple juice. So I mean, it's the best, purest local apples
Right.
and stuff.
Proper.
You know, so it is extremely proper. And
What
it's
machine do you use
done
to
right.
juice?
No. I get the juice.
Oh,
already
from
done.
him.
Yeah, I get.
Do you
it
guys
from-
juice at all? I just started like where you put a vegetable.
Yeah, I know.
and-
We've got a few.
What's
Yeah.
that Jack O'Lane guy?
Jack
back in
LaLanne?
the- Jack LaLanne.
Jack LaLanne, yeah.
Jack LaLanne back in the day. New wave of
yeah,
shit.
Juice Weasel, Marty!
My cardiologist said I needed more vegetables, and I was like, I fucking hate eating
Eating 'em,
vegetables.
yeah.
So I just plug my nose and huff like a beet, 2 carrots, and some kale all in one big
You know,
chug.
that's
And then
my
I
thing,
shit
like-
myself, so it's pointless.
That's like my kid would eat a fucking can of LaSour sweet peas. And like, I go to a Chinese restaurant and they're in my fried rice and I want to flip out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I don't
Like,
like
it
peas.
ruins everything. Them and water
Vegetables?
chestnuts. Sweet peas, green peas. I can't do them.
I like water chestnuts.
But my kid will like sit there and eat them by the jar as his mom did. But yeah, that's it can. But like no, I'd much rather drink veggie stuff. Definitely, as far as that goes. But
You guys done talking
Yeah.
for now?
Yeah.
yeah, go check my plumbing job.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, dude.
Yeah,
I
anytime,
appreciate
man.
it. That's not my camera. I have no idea how to